Hello, my fellow teachers. Thank you so much for looking at another week's CPD. Today we're talking about the solid curriculum and the knowledge organizers. I will go into a little bit more details later. So, we are looking at the key principles of how knowledge organizers can be helpful to achieve a solid curriculum. Now, I have done some interviews and some conversations with a lot of Mandarin teachers for the last couple of weeks. And what my founding shows me is that teachers at different stage of their career have different priorities. And for me, if I look a couple of years ago when I first started teaching, my priority was classroom management. And then after my first year, I sort of get my classroom in control. I start to have the capacity of testing out different tools and activities in teaching using technologies, target language, and all that. And after me landing the first head of department job, then I realized, wow, having a solid curriculum is of such a paramount importance. Okay, why it is important to have a solid curriculum? Now, teachers and students need to have a crystal clear overview of their progression. Yeah, for example, if I call in sick today, you have another teacher cover me. Does that teacher know what the students have learned and what the next lesson should be? And if I'm asking the students, oh, what's the topic you've done last week? What's the topic you've done last term? What's the topic you've done, last year? Can they answer that question? Now, students can learn really, really much better and quicker in a way that when they have a clear understanding of topics and linguistic items. They can't have some have thinkings in the air without something tangible. They need a piece of paper or two printed out the whole linguistic items for them to learn. Term 1, term 2, term 3, exactly like that. It's crystal clear, it's presentable. So that's what we call a knowledge organizers for a lot of schools, or a map of knowledge, and for me, I'm talking about the blocks of knowledge. So with the solid curriculum and with the support of the knowledge organizers, we are aiming to answer the following questions. What topics are we learning? Again, what are the linguistic items we need to achieve as the outcome by a certain endpoint? And experienced teachers know when and how are we delivering these topics. That's more of a sequencing problem. Some of the topics are more relevant and some of the lexical items are more frequent, and some of the time we just have to spend more time in a specific topic just because we have a lot of Hanzi to teach for students to digest. So that comes from experience, the teacher's understanding of the misconceptions for each topic. Okay, I am with friends of lots of hardworking Mandarin teachers, and one of the key qualities of Mandarin teachers is that we're so hardworking. However, there are some misconceptions for some teachers that they love to create some comprehensive handbooks for the students. There's nothing wrong with creating such handbooks, but we might use it wrong. Okay, although preparing some comprehensive handbooks can be overwhelming for the new teacher and students, overwhelming in a way for students that there are too much information, and students do not have the knowledge and ability to tell, okay, these items are more important than the others, or these sentences can set me up for future success, and I can optimize my language because I just know these sample most frequent structures. They don't know. All right, so a very thick, handbook full of drilling activity exercise. That's amazing. Students can practice their hands, can practice our sentence structure, absolutely no problem. But it shouldn't be served as a comprehensive textbook because we don't have the culture here using that textbook. Instead, we just need a 2-3 pager with blocks of knowledge, targeted and laser focused information for students to refer back to. So today I'm providing you my resource for my year 7s. So these resources I've been using for the last couple of years with year 7 MEP students, by no means these resources are near any perfection, because I can already tell you that there are some major sequencing problems, but due to the reason that we are meeting the requirement of the MEP National Hurdle Test, that's why we have to sequence and block this knowledge in these ways. So in the resource, there are 3 sections. Number 1 is the knowledge organizer, or the blocks of knowledge. A, B, C, D. In block A, you got 5 sentences. Block B, you got 5 sentences. 汉字, pinyin, and the bad English translation. And then what lack of in this country is that students never got the opportunity to say this language out loud because they have no model to follow. So I've recorded these blocks of knowledge for students to repeat after when they're at home. And finally is the matching up assessment. You have a block of knowledge, you have a matched up assessment. Pure assessment, no sophistication. And these diagnostic assessments are pure translations for students to read the English, write the pinyin, write the hanzi, and that's it. So as I said to many new teachers that I've trained, that why you have this kind of a very dry and boring kind of assessment, because it's a routine. It provides the students the understanding of the importance of getting this knowledge, and also because these are low-stake assessment, we want students to feel if they remember these blocks with good habits of learning these blocks, they can achieve very high score as well. If you want to make it fancy and testing students a deeper, a higher kind of a level of skills, do it in other ways in the classroom, etc. It's definitely not necessary to have assessment that's going to put off for the students, and it's not actually linking with the essential knowledge they are learning. Okay, so that's it for today. So to recap in a very brief way, we need a solid curriculum that is backed up by knowledge organizers or blocks of knowledge. I have provided you with these blocks of knowledge with my own teaching experience for the year 7 MEP group. So next week, I'm going to record some videos and to show you how to actually use zero preparation time to deliver these blocks of knowledge with huge engagement from the students, and actually they can feel they can achieve. Alright, so please subscribe, and I will see you next week, and please subscribe for the